Joy Reid is standing up for Vice President Kamala Harris and her laugh, posting this clip on her TikTok account. Let's watch.
So my feeling is that when she's president of the United States, I will call her Miss President, but until then, you're just Kamala.
All right. Okay.
No, I'm Big Sister. Big Sister General.
So first of all, it's a delightful video. Let's just keep it real. I actually, I know that, the right tries to mock Kamala Harris's laugh and try to shame her out of laughing. I actually think politicians should laugh more. Let's start with that. I think politics would be so much more authentic if people just kept it real, right? And that is her laugh, and they're sisters, and they're really like that when they're together. But what's remarkable about that is it does two things. For one thing, it does refute this idea of sort of mushing the joy out of, politics and being in that business. Like, people should just laugh and be who they are. And women should not be mocked for laughing, okay? It is a sort of common thing to put down women by mocking their laugh. It's not a good idea, and I think she should just laugh as much as she wants, and so should all of us, right? If we want to laugh, we should laugh.
I love how she put, how did she know on the top? Like, how did she know she would be president? I think she was just being like a supportive sister. Like, You're going to be the president one day. You love politics, right?
Like how Hillary Clinton put happy birthday to this future first female president.
It's different when you're
Twitter.
doing it for yourself, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and that didn't come to pass. I don't have any problem with Kamala Harris's laugh. I agree that laughter is good. Some people call it the best medicine of all, Jessica.
And our country needs to heal,
And our country needs to heal. She has I'm not going to say anything negative about it. She has a unique laugh, and that's fine. We're going to be talking about Kamala Harris a lot for the next several weeks and possibly for the next several years. And people are going to say criticisms of her that I think are dumb, and people are going to say criticisms of her that I think are correct. And we're just going to, separate the two. I would urge Republicans, not to criticize her in ways that will make, alongside the J.D. Vance, again, he didn't say this recently, he said this years ago. The crazy cat lady, accusing her of not having kids. Obviously, she raised her stepchildren. Accuse her of being like unfit on ways that sound like you're saying it because she's a woman or she's black or something like that. You shouldn't say that. I do think, and we had this debate the other day, and I'm sure we'll have it again, that she was in fact elevated to the position of vice president for identity-based reasons because they vowed to do that. The media made Joe Biden promise to do that, and that will continue to be a knock on her. Is that the best way to criticize her? No. I would, if I'm the Republicans, I would focus on the fact that she ran to Biden's left on many policies, including environmental and energy policies that will not be popular in the swing states she needs to win. I would highlight that she has gone back and forth on what kind of politician she is in terms of, she's an attorney general in terms of crime. Is she a progressive on criminal justice? Is she not? Did she, betray what she actually thinks in an insincere way? I would hit her on that kind of stuff. But, the reality is we make fun of our politicians for all sorts of reasons. Like Donald Trump is mocked for his appearance by progressives, by liberal media constantly. And no one treats this like a federal crime, nor should they. Trump is a hilarious character, and it is okay to mock his weird hair and his mannerisms and his stiff movements, and it's okay to make fun of political figures. This isn't a monarchy. This isn't where the king is going to chop off your head because you say something nasty about him. We shouldn't seek to live in those times. So while I think some criticisms of political figures, the way they look or attributes are in bad taste, it's fine to do it, and I'm not going to get overly mad if you do.
Yeah, I think the right response to these criticisms of Kamala's always laughing, it's just ridiculous to even point that out. The right criticism is, These guys are weird. It reminds me of just like high school, not even high school, middle school drama, where some girl is a little bit loud and outspoken and the weird kid in the class is like, why is she always laughing? No one usually cares about that kid's opinion, but then he like runs for Senate and gets a seat and says it on Fox News. It should be handled the same way. This is a weird person with a weird opinion. Focusing on Kamala Harris's laugh is one of the biggest mistakes they made because it's not substantive and it makes them seem miserable, like they hate Joy.
Nobody's focusing on it. Well, who's focusing on it is the Joy Reids of the world because they want to pretend that that's what conservatives are focusing on.
Trump is calling her Laughing Kamala as a nickname. It's a focus.
He comes up with nicknames for everybody. What has been a focus of the media is all about her sense of style. As I pointed out on my radar today, it's been all about her sense of style, her aesthetics, her personality, her fashion choice, what she likes toppings on her pizza. It has been totally geared to treat her as some pop star that the media wants you to fall in love with. The coverage has been so skin deep, not focused on her record whatsoever. So I would accuse the liberal media of doing exactly what conservatives are being accused of. Conservatives are talking about her record or lack thereof. They're talking about how voters feel that the border is still not remotely solved, even though she was. No one can lie. No one can pretend otherwise that she was the border czar, and people feel like she did not do a good job with that. But the media wants to focus on these surface things having to do with her.
That's interesting. I mean, everyone has a different algorithm, right, Robbie? Because my algorithm's showing me stuff about Kamala that's really surprising me. I've gotten reviews of her 2020 campaign and what we can anticipate from a 2024 presidency. I didn't know she began her campaign in 2020 running on a tax cut for middle class, middle income and lower income voters.
Great.
I didn't know she ran on a pay raise for teachers. I'm learning a lot about Kamala this week because of what I'm getting in my algorithm. It's substantive stuff about her policy and who she is, and I think I'm learning about her things that I didn't learn on the Bernie campaign because my algorithm at the time was very anti-Kamala Harris because I was on Team Bernie. But I'm learning some things that are winning me over. Like she pushed for programs that help people find jobs instead of putting them in prison. These are shown to reduce recidivism rates, people becoming reoffenders for the same crimes. She refused to pursue the death penalty against a man who was found guilty of murder, and she personally opposes the death penalty. I think that's a good progressive policy. She implemented training programs to address police officers' racial biases, and she fought for key reforms like establishing the first database on police shootings in the country. So there's a lot I'm learning about Kamala Harris that I've learned since she became the pick. So, I don't know. Everyone's algorithm's different. I'm not getting the pizza toppings, Rob.
I'm seeing the pizza toppings. And anchovies? Who wants anchovies on their pizza?
Italian people. You're Italian.
I am,
Your
but I don't want
grandmother never did that?
No.
My grandmother liked those.
I'm kind of a ham and pineapple guy.
Uh-oh.
I know that's a controversial one, but
that.
I love me some ham and pineapple.
I don't eat meat, but I do like pineapple too. So.
Yeah. You don't eat meat at all?
No.
Really?
Yeah, totally vegetarian. I became vegetarian when I was like in 3rd grade. I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to eat pigs or cows, and that's what meat is. And she was like, yes, it is. I was like, I'm done. And she thought it was a phase because I was young, and then I haven't eaten it since.
And you've
so I'm a bit
stuck
stubborn.
to it.
But I want to get to this. You said I was allowed to bring this up. I asked permission. An astrologer also predicted a Kamala Harris presidency. Her name is Starheel. She posted April 14th, 2020. Kamala Harris is about to have her nodal return to her ascendant. I wouldn't be surprised if she is chosen as VP. This is April of 2020. Then you have her also saying, Kamala Harris will be 60 in 4 years. I see her running for president in 2024 since this coincides with her Saturn return in August of 2020. Then, 10 days before Biden stepped down on the 11th, she said, if Biden is made to step down because he won't on his own, so she agreed with you, it will be at the Capricorn full moon at 29 degrees Capricorn. Someone said, what date is that? She said July 21st. Down to the date.
You know, it's fascinating. I don't know what it says about me or this show, but every person who ends up sitting in that chair for any length of time, except maybe Ryan Grimm, has been a fan of astrology. What are you? What is your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
I don't know what that means, but you're a Sagittarius. I'm a Leo.
Everyone
My
on the
birthday's
show
coming up.
is also always fire signs.
Okay.
When's your birthday?
It's August 8th?
August 8th. I'm going to DM that to Starheel and see what she has to say about you.
I would be happy to find out. Well, maybe there's the hidden wisdom of the stars that we could take some knowledge from.
Yeah, we can use it for the show. It's called Rising, which does give like astrology vibes. Mm-hmm. It's based on centuries of data, Robbie. And as a data-driven analyst, I appreciate that.
All right, I will not argue with you on that one. There's no point. That does it for us today on Rising. Great having you in all week, Jessica. For those of you who don't know, Jessica's going to be here for the next couple of weeks, although you're going back and forth from your hometown back to DC. You're doing a lot for the show, and we really appreciate it.
Yes, I get to visit home on the weekends. It's very good. But I'll be back tomorrow, not from this chair, but from North Carolina. We're going to do another classic Jessica and Amber Friday.
Wonderful. Well, I will be tuning in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss any of our content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere you can get your podcast fix. And I'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.